Hello beautiful learners, hope you are doing great and I'm also good by the grace of Almighty. So it's our day 44 and in this lesson we are going to practice IELTS listening practice test with answers and proper explanation for HB band 9. So before going to start our class, I just need to check whether you can hear me as well as the audio track. Just give me a few sec to check it, okay?
Instructions. You are going to hear a number of different recordings and you will have to answer questions on.
Okay, I hope you can hear me as well as the audio track. So now let's listen the instruction from her as she was talking. Okay, let's move on.
What you hear. Instructions. You are going to hear a number of different recordings and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections. At the end of the real test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Now turn to section 1.
Okay, I hope you got the instruction from her as she was talking. Now we have a simple one to look at. Okay, so let's read the question. Okay, what's the name of the accommodation house? Okay, now we are okay, so and we can see the answer is Thomas House. Okay, so let's take a look at the simple one. Okay,
Sexation about accommodation rules. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 3. It's been done for you. On this occasion only. Good morning, everyone. I'm your accommodation advisor. Well, firstly, welcome to Thomas House, which is one of the most popular accommodations in our university. I will give you an introduction about the house and answer your questions. The name of the house is Thomas House, so Thomas House has been chosen. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 3.
okay, I hope you got the a simple one, and I think it's really quite clear to you. Now we are going to listen it for question number 1. Okay, let's read the question first. Okay, the accommodation was originally built as blah blah. Let's listen it.
Well, firstly, welcome to Thomas House, which is one of the most popular accommodations in our university. I will give you an introduction about the house and answer your questions. As you know, the building was constructed in the middle of the 18th century and was used by the family of Thomas.
So that means it was built for a family of Thomas. So that means it's a private house. Okay, it was a private house at that time. Okay, now we are going to listen it for question number 3 and 2 and 3. Okay, so let's read the question. Which of the following 2 facilities are not in the house? Okay, 2 facilities are not in the house. Let's listen it.
Of course, how the house and university got its name.
Does the house have a garden?
Of course.
And a garage?
No, we don't provide parking lot to students.
Okay.
So the man was asking for garage, and the lady was saying, "No, we don't provide parking lot to students." Okay, that means it would be option E. Now let's listen for the remaining one. Okay.
Okay.
A small gym with some new equipment is on the 2nd floor.
Does it have a computer room?
No, I mean a leisure room on the second floor, and you can find a comfortable lounge with a big balcony on the...
The man was asking, does it have a computer room? And the lady was saying no. That means it would be option C, computer room. Okay, I hope you got it. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 4. Okay, here we have another instruction to follow. Let's read it. Okay, write one word only for each answer. Okay, so here we can see rule. Okay, and bedroom and bathroom blah blah is not allowed. What is not allowed here? Okay, let's listen it.
on the same floor.
How about bedroom and bathroom?
They are both on the top.
How many students are there in one flat?
4 to 6.
I wonder if I have to share a bathroom with others.
No, we provide every student a bedroom and a bathroom.
Great.
Now, look at questions 4 to 10 and answer questions 4 to 10. There are some rules in Thomas House. Firstly, smoking is not allowed in both your bedroom and the bathroom.
Okay, so here we should write smoking. Let me put it first, then I will explain it to you. Okay, smoking. Okay, as she was saying, there are some rules in Thomas House. Firstly, smoking is not allowed in both bedroom and bathroom. So that's why smoking would be the answer. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 5. Blah blah room. Okay, let's listen it.
Does the house have a smoking section?
No, you can smoke on the balcony or outside the house.
Advisor, is there a laundry in the house?
Of course, laundry room is located on the right corner of the second floor.
Sure.
But please do not use it after 11 o'clock.
Is it free to us?
Okay, that means the man was asking for laundry room. Okay, let me put it. Laundry. Laundry room. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 6. Lounge. Okay, lounge. Blah blah after 11 p.m. Let's listen it.
In fact, you don't need to pay any bills which are included in your accommodation fee, but you have to pay laundry fee.
How much?
We offer 2 coin-operated washing machines. The large one is £2.50 and the small one is £1.60.
If the lounge has a time restriction?
Definitely. We ask all students to keep quiet and do not make noise after 11 o'clock.
Okay, so the lady was saying, definitely we ask all students to keep quiet and do not make noise. So here we can write noise, or you can write also quiet. Keep quiet. Q-U-I-E-T. Keep quiet. Okay, will be the answer. Now let's listen it for question number 7. Okay, yard. Okay, now we are going to listen for yard. Okay, let's highlight it and let's listen it.
We know there is a backyard in the house.
Yes.
If we can park our car there?
No, we do not allow parking in our yard.
Okay. Could we invite some...
Okay, so the man was asking if we can park our car. The man was asking for, we know there is a backyard in the house, and the lady was saying yes, and the man was asking if we can park our car there, and the lady was saying we do not allow parking in our yard. So that means it's no parking, non-parking yard. Let me put it, non-parking yard. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 8, and before listen it we need to look at another instruction. Okay, let's read it. No more than 3 words and a number for each answer. Okay, just listen it for question number 11 and blah blah is only allowed on Wednesday? What is only allowed on Wednesday? Let's
Some
listen.
friends to
Yes.
if we can park our car there.
No, we do not allow parking in our yard.
Okay. Could we invite some friends to hold a party in the garden or lounge?
We only allow party on weekends.
So we only allow party on weekends. So party will be the answer. Let me put it. P-A-R-T-Y. Party will be the answer. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 9. The opening time of the front door is. Opening time front door is. Let's listen it.
Fine.
The last rule is to pay attention to the opening time of the front hall. The door is locked at 11 p.m. and opened again at 6 a.m. in the next morning.
So and open at 6 a.m. and in the next morning. So 6 a.m. will be the answer. Let me put it. 6 a.m. Okay. Now let's listen it for. Okay. It should be this way. Now let's listen it for question number 10. You can go to room 101 besides reception to get a blah blah. To reception to get blah blah. Let's listen it.
Morning. Remember to take the front door key when you go out early or come back late.
How could we get the front door key?
You can go to residence office building and get your key in room 101.
Sure.
Well, any questions?
So that means the lady was saying, remember to take the front door key when you go out early or come back later. Okay. So and the man was asking, how could we get the front door key? And the lady was replying, you can go to residence office building and get your key in the room 101. So that means the answer we should write is front door key. Okay, let me put it. Front door key would be the answer. Okay, now oops, what I'm writing. Okay, front door key. Okay, so that's all about part 1. Now we are going to listen it for part 2, and let's start with question number 11. Okay, before that we have another instruction to read. Okay, let's read it. No more than 2 words and a number for each answer. Okay, just keep it in your mind. Here we can see item in first column and tennis in second column and scores in third column. Okay, let's listen it for question number 11. Number of tennis. Let's highlight it and let's listen it.
Questions? Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 17. Good morning, everyone. I'm Mary White, the secretary of the exciting sports club. Welcome to attend Match's arrangement meeting. I know you are looking forward to a great season. Now, I'd like to give you a short introduction to our arrangement in this season. This season, we still have 2 competitions. One is tennis and the other is soccer. Let's start with tennis. There will be 6 teams competition.
There will be 6 team competition. So let me put 6 here. Okay, now we are going to listen it for question number 12 up to blah blah. What up to blah blah is. Okay, now we are going to listen it for A's for soccer. Okay,
We hope the players' ages are between 16 and 22 years old. While the number of soccer teams is only 4 in this season, because we hope all players' ages are no more than 20 years old.
No more than 20 years old. So 20 will be the answer. Let me put it. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 13.
Now, in this new season, there are some changes. The first one is the venue. We will
Okay, so first one is venue. Let me put it. Venue. Okay, now we are going to listen it for question number 14. Venue. Code for tennis is 2, and code for soccer. We need to listen it. Let's listen it.
arrange all our matches for both the tennis and soccer competitions in Magic Park instead of Darry Park, which was used last year. Tennis matches will be arranged on Court 2, and Court 4 will hold soccer matches.
Okay, and court 4 will hold soccer match. So court 4 will be the answer. COURT, court 4 will be the answer. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 15. Date for tennis. Let's listen it.
Our match schedule, all tennis matches will be played on Sunday afternoons.
Okay, so she's saying on our match schedule, all tennis matches will be played on Saturday afternoon. So Sunday afternoon. Sunday afternoon will be the answer. Let me put it. Sunday, afternoon will be the answer. Afternoon will be the answer. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 17 or 16. Let's listen it.
Matches will begin at 2 o'clock. Soccer matches in this season will be played at 7 o'clock on Saturday evenings. The joining fee is still £30, including a new sport gear. We still offer a week of training session before formal match for our new players. There are 2 training sessions at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. on next Friday and Saturday afternoon. The fee is only £12. Now, I'd like to introduce the coach of each training session, George Hansen.
So now she's going to talk about coach. Let me put it here, okay? COSCH, coach. Okay. So we are going to listen it for question number 17. Okay, let's listen it.
Who has been supervised the tennis teams for over 4 years, will still be coach this season. While we will invite a good soccer coach who has enough patience and professional skills to work as this season's soccer coach. His name is Paul Batt. Now,
so his name is Paul Batt. Let me put it. PAULPHA Batt. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 18 to 20. Okay, so before that we have another instruction to read. Okay, no more than 2 words for each answer. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 18. The match always begin with a blah blah. Let's listen it.
Look at questions 18 to 20. Questions 18 to 20. In addition, we offer some activities to thank all players. Please look at your brochure. There are some activities and their time arrangements. At the beginning, we hope to start the season with a barbecue dinner on next Saturday in Magic Park.
With a barbecue dinner, so let me put it. Barbecue dinner. Dinner. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 19. Okay, blah blah will be awarded on an honor and prize. Who? Let's listen it.
I do really hope all players will go there to enjoy the dinner, and you may invite your relatives and friends. Of course they have to pay a little fee, with just £5. And then, after the final match in the season, we will vote this season's MVP, the most valuable player. The 2 players from tennis team and soccer team will gain an honour and a prize from our sports centre.
Okay, so that means she was saying after the final match in this session, we'll vote this season MVP, the most valuable player. The 2 players from tennis team and soccer team will gain an honor and prize from our sports center. So it would be answer MVP, most valuable player. Let me put it. MVP would be the answer. Okay. Now let's listen in for question number 20. All players must write a blah blah by April 18. Let's listen it.
This season we hope all players can send a confirm letter to us to ensure our match arrangement.
Okay, so she was saying, we hope all players can send a confirm letter to us to ensure our match arrangement. So confirm letter. Let me put it. FIRMLETTER. Confirm letter. Okay, so that's all about part 2. Now let's move on to part 3. Okay, so here we have another instruction to follow. Let's read it. No more than no more than 3 words and a number for each answer. Just keep it in your mind. Okay, let's read it for question number 21. The tutor's new room number is blah blah. So let's listen it.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 24. Come in, please.
Good afternoon. Oh, I am sorry. Is it Professor Lee's office room?
No, it is room 640. His new room number is 614 on the right of this corridor.
Thanks a
Okay, so the man was asking, good afternoon. I'm sorry, is it Professor Leo office room? And the lady was saying, no, it is room 640. His new room number is 614. Okay, that means the answer should write is 641. Okay, let's listen for question number 2. The tutorial time is at blah blah. Let's listen it.
lot.
You're welcome. Come in, please.
Good afternoon, Professor Lee.
Good afternoon. Come in, please. I remember our tutorial time is at 2 o'clock, right?
Really? Oh, I am so sorry. I remember it is at 1:30. So I go to common room to wait for 30 minutes, okay?
No.
Okay, so the lady was saying, I remember our tutorial time is at 2 o'clock, right? And the man was saying, really? Oh, I'm sorry. I remember it is 1:30. And so that means the answer we should write is 2 p.m. Okay, let me put it. 2 p.m. would be the answer. Okay, now let's listen for question number 33. The reason for the student to see his tutor is to. Reason for the student to see his teacher is to blah blah. Let's listen it.
No, I'm free now. Let's begin.
I am so sorry.
That doesn't matter. So, how about your work?
In fact, Professor Lee, Can I get an extension of time to hand in my work? I mean, I hope to extend my thesis deadline.
James,
Okay, so the man was saying, I hope to extend my thesis deadline. So the answer we should write is extend, and extend, THEIS, thesis. Sorry, SIS, thesis deadline. Okay, with the answer. Now let's listen it for question number 24. The student's trouble is to have many blah blah to road. Let's listen it.
you know extension is usually given only for medical or accident reasons. So what's your problem? You have a good beginning with your draft, isn't it right?
Yes, well, I'm having too many reading materials to read.
Too many? How many?
Too many reading material. Could be the answer. Let me put it. Reading material. Too many materials will be the answer. Okay, as she was saying, I'm having too many reading materials to read. Too many. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 25 to 28. So choose your answer below and write letter A to F next to answer question. Question 25 to 28. Write recommendation. Okay, what recommendation does the tutor make about the reference book? Recommendation about the reference book. Okay, let's listen it. Research method, main body, conclusion, void, okay, argument. Now we are going to listen for pair. Okay, let's highlight it and let's listen it.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 25 to 30. Do you bring your reference book list?
Yes, I take it.
Let's see. First, the book by Bayer. I think it is really worth reading.
Read it all?
Yes, the topic of the book is nearly the same field with you.
Okay.
So answer we should select is option A, as the lady was saying. Let's see first the book by Boyer. I think it is really worth reading, and the man was replying, read it all, and the lady was saying yes. Okay, that means we should answer option A for Boyer. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 26. Okay, let me highlight it. Only before, let's listen it.
I'll read Bayer's book.
The next author is Oliver.
I heard that his argument is very strong, but the book is a little difficult.
You are right, but I still recommend you to know about his argument, which will...
About the lady was saying, you're right, but I still recommend you to know about his argument. So argument is in option F. Let me choose option F for 26. Okay, now let's listen in for question number 27. Okay, Billy, let's listen it.
give you a lot of help.
Fine. Do you think I should read Billy's book?
About Billy, I have to say his work is very good, especially his research method, but you do not need to read it now.
So you do not need to read it now. That means you can avoid it. So avoid we can see in option E. Let me choose option E for 27. Okay, let's listen for question number 28. And let's highlight it and let's listen it.
Right. The last author is Andrew. How about his book?
In my opinion, the one by Andrew says the research findings. I mean his last part is very excellent, clear and persuasive.
I agree with you. I'm reading the book now.
Great.
So the lady was saying, I mean his last part is very excellent, clear and preservative, preservative. Okay, and the man was replying, I agree with you. I'm reading the book now. So that means it's a conclusion. Okay, this one is conclusion. Let me choose option D. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 29 and 30. So choose two letters A to E. Okay, which two of following points does the tutor want students' research work? Two points. Tutor want students' research work. Let's highlight it and let's listen it.
Great.
How about others?
I suggest you finish these books next month, and then we will talk about others, okay?
Okay.
Have you begun your research work?
Yes.
How are things going?
That's okay. Except the research method.
What's wrong with the method?
I have made some interviews,
Yes.
but I found they couldn't give me the data I need.
Who are the interviewees?
Some are our classmates and others are schoolmates.
Oh no. James, it's better for you to interview some professionals.
Okay, so I think it would be option A because the man was saying some are classmates and other schoolmates, and the professor was saying, I mean the lady was saying, oh no, James, it would be better for you to interview some professional. Okay, so and Liu was a problem with interviews. Okay, that means the answer we should select is interview. Okay, now let's listen it for the remaining one. Let's listen it.
Do you think it is better for me to change another research method, such as questionnaire?
I don't think you will have enough time to design it and then analyse your research data. That will waste you a lot of time.
You're right.
And pay attention to your reference.
Reference books?
No, I mean you should make clearly about what reference books you read, and then write them after your thesis.
Okay.
So the lady was warning for a reference. Okay, a reference book. So we can see it's in option D. Let me choose option D. Okay, I hope you got it. Now, okay, we are all completed. We all completed it, part 3. Now let's jump into part 4. Okay, now here we have another instruction to read. Okay, let's read it. No more than 2 words and a number for each answer. Okay, and we can see here magic, meteor, astronomy. Okay, let's listen it for question number 31, and it says meteors are usually named blah blah. Let's listen it.
I'll make them clear.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40. This is Magic Time by a professor of astronomy. Welcome, Lewis.
Thanks a lot, Faith.
What magic information will you introduce to us?
We all know the Leonidas in August are coming, so today let's talk about meteors.
Good topic. At one time or another, almost everyone has glimpsed a swift little streak of light dashing across the night sky. Nearly everyone makes wishes when they see them and blame both good and bad luck on their presence.
Yes, these sudden celestial visitors are meteors. We often call it shooting star. The glowing trail.
We often call it shooting star. So let me put it. Shooting. STAR, shooting star. Okay, let's listen it for question number 32. Okay, meteors, okay, belong to inner blah blah system. Okay, let's listen it.
Are caused by the incineration of a piece of celestial debris entering our atmosphere.
Many meteors are quick flashes, but some last long enough for us to track their brief course across the sky.
Right. Now and then, a meteor truly will light up the night, blazing brighter than Venus, although rarely, even brighter than the moon, leaving in its wake a dimly glowing trail that may persist for minutes.
Lewis, can we see some meteors every night in 1 year?
Yes. Under a dark sky, any observer can expect to see between 2 and 7 meteors each hour, any night of the year. These are sporadic meteors.
Sporadic meteors?
Yes. Their source bodies, meteorids, are part of the dusty background of the inner solar system.
Okay, inner solar system. So solar will be the answer. Let me put it solar. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 33. Meteor storms are more beautiful and amazing than let's listen it for
Several times during the year, Earth encounters swarms of small particles that greatly increase the number of meteors. The result is a meteor shower, during which observers may see dozens of meteors every hour. Concentrations of material within the swarms may produce better than average displays in some years, with rates of hundreds per hour, and were treated to a truly amazing display in which thousands of visible meteors can be seen for a brief period. The phenomenon is called meteor storms, which are more magnificent than meteor showers.
Aha! That's wonderful!
Okay, so the man was saying the phenomenon is called meteor storms, which are more magnificent than meteor showers. So magnificent and amazing are similar of each other, synonym of each other. Okay, so now the answer we should write is meteor, shower. So the answer. Now let's listen it for question number 34. The biggest meteor storm happened in one. Let's listen it.
Definitely. The meteors that appear during a meteor shower seem to come from one point in the sky. This illusion is an effect of perspective, just as a roadway seems to converge in the distance. Usually, meteor showers get the name of the constellation from which the meteors appear to radiate. Such as during the Perseid shower in August, meteors seem to streak from a point in the constellation Perseus.
When is the biggest meteor storm?
According to records, in 1833, a storm of 60,000 meteors an hour shocked the world.
Okay, so the lady was asking when is the biggest meteor storm, and the man was replying according to record in 1833. Okay, so that means the answer we should put is 1833. Okay, that's what I already written. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 35. Okay, Leonids are usually connected with blah blah. Let's listen it.
60,000? That's unbelievable!
By the 1860s, scientists had known that many meteor showers were annual, including the normally placid Leonids, which produced the big storm, and that they were somehow related to comets.
Really?
Somehow they were and that they are somehow related to comets. So related to and connect with are the synonym of each other. Let me put the answer comets. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 36. A blah blah is brighter than any of the stars and planets. Let's listen it for question number 36.
Yes, but most of the meteors people have seen during one of the annual showers arise from fluffy particles not much larger than sand grains. As a particle enters Earth's atmosphere, it collides with gas atoms and molecules. The particle becomes wrapped in a glowing sheath of heated air and vaporized material boiled off its own surface.
Whether meteor is very near to us when it appears?
No, in fact, it is an illusion.
Okay.
However, even
We are out of time. We need to restart it again. Okay, now we have here. Okay, let me highlight the keyword for this question again. Blah blah is brighter than any of the stars and planet. Okay, so now let's listen it for question number.
Now listen to my swear from their
so the
track.
meteor that may expect background characters may produce better than average displays in some years. Display in which thousands of visible meteor storms.
Wonderful.
Definitely. The meteors that appear during an meteors appear to radiate. Such as during the Perseid shower in August, meteors seem to streak from a point in the constant. According to records in the world, 60s, scientists which produced the big. Yes, but most of the meteors people have seen during one sand grains and molecules. The particle becomes wrapped in a glowing sheath of heated air and vaporized material boiled atmosphere, not much larger than sand grains. As a particle enters Earth's atmosphere, it collides with gas atoms and molecules. Enters particles, not seen during one of the annual showers, arise from fluffy particles, not much larger than sand grains. As a particle enters Earth's atmosphere, it collides with gas atoms and molecules. The particle becomes wrapped in a glowing sheath of heated air and vaporized material boiled off its own surface. Professionals can be fooled, such as airline pilots have swerved to avoid meteors that were actually 160 kilometers away. A meteor that appears brighter than any of the stars and planets is a fireball.
Fireball?
Okay, so fireball would be the answer. Let me put it. B double L ball. Let me explain it to you as the man was saying. A meteor that appear brighter than any other and than any of the stars and planets is a fireball, and the reason fireball. That's so interesting. Okay, now let's listen in for question number 37. Meteors appear color of blah blah. Most meteors appear color of blah blah. Let's listen it.
80 to 120 kilometers above the ground. Sometimes someone will claim to see a fireball land on a hilltop. But in fact, a real fireball first appears at a height of about 125 kilometers and loses its brightness while still at least 20 kilometers above the ground.
Yes. What colours do meteors have?
Usually, most meteors look white, but some also appear blue, green.
Okay, so as the man was saying, most meteors look white, but some appears blue green. So we don't need to listen to them. But as she was saying, most meteors look white. So what would be the answer? Okay, number HITE, white. Now let's listen for question number 38. In the 17th century, many people regarded meteors as blah blah. Let's listen it.
Yellow, orange, or even red.
What will happen if a meteoroid gets to the surface of the Earth without being completely vaporized?
It will be a meteorite.
I heard meteorites were long ago thought to be cast down as gifts from angels.
Yes, and others thought the gods were displaying their anger.
Really?
As late as the 17th century, many believed they fell from thunderstorms. They were nicknamed thunderstones. Many scientists...
Okay, so thunderstorm would be the answer. Let me put it. Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm as thunderstorm. As the man was saying, as late as the 17th century, many believed they fell from thunderstorm. They are nicknamed thunderstorms. Okay, so thunderstorm would be the answer. Okay, I'm sorry to write that. Thunderstorm. T-O-N-E-S. Thunderstorm. Okay, would be the answer. Now let's listen for question number 39. The most magnificent meteorite event took place on blah blah 1908. Okay, let's
didn't believe the accounts of people who claimed to have seen meteors, and some experts were skeptical that stones could fall from the clouds or the heaven.
Yes.
One of the most significant meteorite events in recent history destroyed hundreds of square miles of forest in Siberia on June the 30th, 1908.
On June of 30, so sorry, June 30 would be the answer. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 40 and the last one. Okay, dinosaurs became extinct about blah blah years ago. How many years ago? Let's listen it.
According to local witnesses, a ball of fire streaked through the sky and seemed to enter the atmosphere at an oblique angle. It exploded, sending out hot winds and loud noises, and shaking the ground enough to break windows in nearby villages. Small particles blown into the atmosphere lit the night sky for several days.
So, nowadays, the prevailing theory holds that a meteor exploded just above the surface.
Yes, most impact craters and basins larger than the meteor crater are heavily worn away or have been buried by rocks and dirt as the Earth's surface changed. At present, Chicxulub Basin, centered in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, is the largest one. The diameter of basin is around 300 kilometers. Rock samples obtained by drilling into the basin show that an asteroid struck the Earth there about 65 million years ago.
65 million years ago. So 65 million. Okay, 65 million years ago. That would be the answer. So before going to show you the score that we obtained today, I need to re-click each answer one more time because we was out of time at the middle of our practice. Okay, so that's why I need to re-click each answer once again, and then and then I will show you the point. Okay, just give me few sec to re-click each answer again. Where is 15? Okay, it was A, I need to select A again. It was F, I need to select F again. It was E, I need to select E again. It was D, I need to select D again. Okay. Okay, we are done. Let's submit it and let's check how much we obtained today. Okay, you get 9 out of 9 and we are correct 40 times out of 40 time. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and so keep watching my class, and then I hope you will be able to understand and get the quickest conversation, and it will help you to understand and to sit in the real exam. Okay, and it will increase your band score. Okay, so I will highly recommend to watch the previous classes that is already uploaded in my YouTube channel. So I will have to say you bye for today and see you in the next class with another practice test. So bye for now. Bye.